What up, peeps? Welcome to the Kisscapades podcast. I'm your host, John Telewa, aka the Kiss Bandit. And in this show, we explore the key elements that shape our fulfilling existence, from health and well-being to financial success, meaningful relationships, and the pursuit of happiness. We cover it all. Our guests include experts, professionals, and everyday individuals who have remarkable stories to tell. Tune in to learn practical tips, gain valuable insights, and discover strategies for personal growth and transformation. Whether you're seeking to improve your health, build your wealth, enhance relationships, or find lasting happiness, we got you covered. Welcome to today's episode. Another amazing episode with a very, very special guest. Of course, I reached out randomly and I was just like, oh yeah, she's responded. Now, hey, we have to do an episode. And, I'm so glad I actually reached out because even your response was super fast.
Thank you.
Why did you respond even to my message, to a random person's message?
Who said you are random?
Let me put this closer to you. I'm not random.
No.
I thought I was.
I've known you for quite, not really known, but I've known you for quite some times when you are furnishing your home.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
And
So when you reached out, I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
Really?
So right now I'm just fangirling.
What?
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So did you like the apartment transformation videos?
I did.
And now that you're here, what do you think?
Oh, pretty. I feel you need to invite more people because by me saying, they won't believe it.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm still keeping the episodes. I started holding a pause on them so that I add more things, but I'll still continue. But now for you, you've already seen. You don't ruin the fun for other people.
Yes.
So
But you're doing a great job.
I really appreciate it, by the way. Thank you. I didn't know. Now I see you telling me and I'm like, what?
Yes.
And we're doing great things, huku nje, sawa?
Yes.
So now to just start off the podcast, because, I want you to introduce yourself, what you do, and then I can just take it from there as we lead the conversation.
I hope there's enough time.
I have time to maybe memory cards, but even memory cards, they are there. So don't worry, I got you.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
So where should I look?
No, just, there. As when we're having the conversation, you can just look at me or the camera, but, don't worry, just relax.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because now you're talking to the audience, you're telling them your name, what you do, and then we'll just roll.
Okay, so my name is Shine, popularly known as Joshine Osur on all my social media platforms. I'm a 27-year-old young woman who lives with HIV. So I was born and raised in Mathare by two amazing parents, an Ugandan woman and a Kenyan man. Then I grew up in Mathare up until in class 4, that is in 2007, when my mom passed away. During that time, I didn't really know what was happening. She suffered a little bit. It was somehow sad to see her pass away, to see her suffer, but somehow when she died, it was such a relief for me, because then I was young and I used to take care of her. I have 3 siblings. I'm the last born. So when everyone else was in school, I was the one who was responsible for her. Then fast forward to when I went to high school in Form 2, it's when randomly my sister told me, by the way, do you know what mom died of? And I was like, okay, what happened? Then she was like, oh, she died of AIDS. So after 6 or 7 years, it's when I got to know that my mom died of AIDS. That means there was still some shame and stigma attached to living with HIV. So After high school, I went to the university, Kiss University. There, I lived my best life. I was so excited to be first in a different county. Second, there was so much freedom because I was lucky. I had a sponsor, so I was sure of monthly allowance. That means I could do whatever I wanted with money. You know, I had lived with less. So this time, being given an allowance every month, to me, that was like a good, hey.
I know.
It was.
But wait, when you say, and I'll let you continue, by the
Yeah.
way, when you say sponsor, are we talking about, the like school scholarships? I'm not talking of Sponyo.
No, not Sponyo.
Oh, yeah, then you need to make you need to make it clear, because you guys are like, and already from the intro, she's already talking about Sponyo, living your best life, getting like what you need. So make clear so that people understand. Even for me, I was like, okay, let me just confirm first of all as you go on.
Okay, rewind.
So it's like a school sponsorship.
Yeah, school sponsorship. So it is then that I discovered, the other side of life, that is partying, reckless living. And it is then that I really had fun, if you know what I mean by fun. Then came 2020, my last year in campus. That was fourth year. I was extremely excited to be coming out of the university without a baby, because there's this notion that when you come out of the university, you must either have a degree alone or a degree and a baby. So I was so excited I didn't have a baby. Little did I know. So I remember the last semester, there's a period that I got really sick. Then I was like, let me go to pass by the school clinic. It is then at the school clinic that I was told, you are HIV status, you are HIV positive. So,
and this is like your last semester?
Yeah, my last semester in school. That was in 2016. And I feel finding out about my HIV status birthed my purpose, because I was like, even the way the doctors reacted, they were like, don't worry, you don't have to tell anyone about it. You can just take your ARVs in hiding. And also, when I was given the ARVs, they're usually in a bottle. Then there's a way, it's noisy. So they were like, let's put paper so that...
Just so that, yeah.
Yeah. And it was in Kisii. And Kisii, a lot of people live with HIV and AIDS. So they can easily...
So the number there is actually high, eh?
Yeah, it's high. So they can easily tell by that sound. If you pass and you have that...
The bottle, if they hear, they just know.
Yeah. So right now, then I was like, okay, what's this nonsense? But right now, I feel like I understand them, because for some people, maybe they're not okay with that. But it is then that I said, I want to live out loud. I don't want this to be something that is holding me back. I want to show other people that you can still live you can still live positive. So, yeah. And
that's a good intro. Because a heavy intro by the... But I also because even for me, the thing is I wasn't following you, but one of your videos popped up on the... For you, no, when you're always just scrolling up on TikTok. And then I think I saw the video that had the tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the thumbnail. So I was just how you watch random videos. And then I was like, hi, tablets. Okay, let me just go to the profile. I go to the profile, and then now I see you just I start watching the first video, the second video, third video. And then I was like, wow, because this person is so just vocal about it, and I'm clearly I think they're open to a discussion, because if they're already posting videos about this, if I call them to the podcast, well, this will just be a better platform to even have that discussion, because just think about it, how many young people now you can see are living their best life.
Yeah.
Randomly Friday, Saturday, Sunday, And, you see, the thing is also like you were in campus then, right?
Yeah.
And this happened to you when you were in campus.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can only imagine now. That was
2020.
2020.
Yeah, it's when I found out about my HIV status.
Oh, that 2020. Now that's when was last year in school.
Yeah.
But now think about, was that after COVID?
No, you see, when there was lockdown.
Yeah.
Now, when people are worried about COVID,
Yeah.
it is then that I had found out about my HIV status. So when the whole world is worried about COVID, I was worried about my HIV status.
Yeah. Okay.
So to me, COVID was low-key a
just
blessing.
By the way, you're
no,
just like
it was a blessing.
Oh, because now you
yeah.
get to chill, kwanza, meditate,
Yeah.
and think about like your life and everything.
Yeah.
And wait, I don't forget like my chain of thought, but like, okay, even you after receiving that news, and I'm just comparing it to like now, I'm thinking like how other uni guys and people in campus like are always out like having a blast. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if it's house parties, if it's Airbnbs, if it's clubbing and everything. And, fortunately or unfortunately, there are people who are lucky enough to just, not to be in that situation, but some definitely, they don't even probably know their status and everything. But when you first... Okay, what made you go for a test, first of all, by the way?
It was not even an HIV test. I thought I was just going for a random check to just see what was happening.
Oh, you're just going to see
Yeah, because that time I was diarrheaing.
Mm-hmm.
I had night shivers and sweats. You see all those small symptoms of HIV.
Sounds like... that sounds to me like malaria, Ama.
Yeah, that is what I had thought. Yeah, so to me...
Because shiver, sweating, heat.
I was like, this must be malaria.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went, then the doctor was like, are you okay if we test other things? I was like, cool, sharp. It didn't even hit me that maybe you might be HIV positive.
Because even the doctor is like, they already know like some certain symptoms. It's like, let's get this one clear kwanza before we go to other ninis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is then that after they tested, they drew my blood twice. So now I started being, I'm like, hey, okay. Then I don't love needles. I don't. So I was like, okay, what's happening? Then small talks. I'm like, will you be open for counseling? Counseling about what?
Oh.
Yeah. Then they were like, what happens if you find out you are HIV positive? I'm like, okay. It didn't hit me.
Because you're like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In my mind, I was like, okay, if I'm HIV positive. It didn't hit. It did not.
Because it's not registering. Because in your mind, like, how? Ama, kwani? Uh-huh.
I know. Then they started, you can feel, is in his stories, a jabba. Yeah. So I was like, okay, am I HIV positive? No, you see, they first want to cancel me before they tell me my HIV status. They're insisting on canceling. I was like, just tell me, am I HIV positive? Then they said, yes, you're HIV positive. But I feel during that time, the thing that really held me, the thing that made me know that I was okay, is the memories of my mom. I started reflecting on how she used to be extremely sick. She could not get out of bed. She used to go long call and short call in bed. So that memory is the one that told me I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to turn out like her. And not in a bad way, bad way.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so what do I need to do? Because I was like, I don't want the end game to be.
Yeah. How can I just take care of myself? Like, okay, and even before we get to that, like immediately after they tell you that, like you're positive, like what was your reaction?
Yeah, I swear. I started thinking about my mom.
Also immediately,
her email.
Okay, were you scared? Because when you're thinking about it that way, you're thinking about her as in, like you remember like how it was difficult for her going through everything before she passed. So were you scared, or you're just like, okay, I don't, immediately like in your mind, it's like, is it medication or nini? Because I'm just trying to think of like...
I don't think I was
You
scared.
didn't cry or anything?
I didn't.
You're not in shock?
No. Do you know, I even went, I told the doctor, okay, I'm coming back. Let me go first to class and ask, because we had a class presentation. You see, the last
What do you mean
bit.
presentation?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
let me go to class and tell the teacher
Yeah.
that I'm not feeling well, so
oh,
that
I come.
nini asininyume hizo mask.
Oh,
marks.
yeah.
So I went. Then in class, I guess it's when after I talked to the teacher.
Let's stand a bit like this, like a 45 degree, like a bit of here and here, yeah.
Kienyeji.
Yeah, somewhere there,
Sijazoea.
like that. Uh-huh.
Like this.
Yeah, at least so that we can see your face and we can still have a conversation.
Okay. I guess in class, it's when it hit me, by the way, you are HIV positive, because it's when it's like a shock, then I started bleeding. I guess it was a little menstruation or something.
Oh, yeah,
It was
okay.
just shock.
Yeah, but your body is just in shock, everything registering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to the school clinic and told the doctor, let me go home and take a shower. I'm coming, so that we may continue. Then I went home, showered. I'm still shaking. Now I've started shaking. It's hitting
sinking
me.
in,
Yeah,
Sasa.
slowly. Took a shower, then went back to school. Then it's when they put me into ARVs.
Mm.
Yes.
And okay, like even just then you're still in school, Cindy?
Yeah.
You had more, it was last month?
Yeah, it was like somehow last month.
So you still have more time in school?
Yeah.
And like now, because, I'm just trying to dig into the story a bit because, I mean, like you're already here. I might as well just ask you the questions and we share.
Yeah.
So, like, did it like hit you in your head, like immediately you start thinking of like, who could have done this to me?
Not really. Not really.
Wait, why are you having that much fun? You can't like Niniama, what are you saying?
No, because I know the only people that I had sex with them without protection, they were like, I think 2 prior to that. So I was like, it's either person A or person B. Yeah.
And within school, outside school?
Outside school. I never dated my
schoolmates.
Okay.
So now my question would be like, now, did you even ever, did it cross like in your mind to just like, because I'm guessing now you're confused, you're trying to adjust to the news and everything. Did you think of even asking them?
No, I've never reached out to them.
Till today?
Yeah.
Never? Mm-mm. You don't think it would have given you like some closure kidogo or nini?
I don't think closure is important
to
me.
Sawa, were you angry?
Not really. My main concern was how will I get better? Yeah. That was my main concern, and how will I disclose this to my family? Because from the word go, I knew I wanted to live out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, and also like my follow-up question would be like, now, is it something that you wish you could have done differently at the time? Because now I'm guessing now, like even you realizing that your mother passed of just HIV as well. And now the same thing now has gotten to you. Like, what are even the chances of that happening? Because, like, mom has taken care of you. She's given you, like, education, background. She's made sure till, like an age where you're supposed to go to uni. She's given you, like, maybe her blessings and stuff. Did it, like, even just disturb you? Like, okay, why did it have to? Because it seems so, like, you have such a positive mindset. So I'm just trying to see, like, even how you got to that, by the way.
I feel as though that time I was like, I feel there's a bigger purpose. I feel it's like something like restoration. I feel God was trying to restore something for my dad, because my dad had lost my mom with HIV. Then he has 2 families. So 2 of his kids had also passed because of HIV and AIDS. And you see there's a lot of shame and stigma attached to HIV. So people don't really get to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I feel as though it was like God was restoring something for my dad. I don't know if it makes sense.
I mean, I'm also adjusting to this. So, it will, even if it hasn't. I'm also like just taking everything that you're telling me, like, where it's just like, I don't know how, I have to let it sink in by there, because I'm also just trying to think and figure out how you adjusted to all of these things, and even how you're like, you know what, yes, it's already happened, what's the next step? So trust me, like, I kinda, I can't say like completely understand, but I kinda like get what you're talking about. And even with that, because you said like for you to find out about your mom passing, you didn't know it was AIDS, but you later on found out after 7 years.
Yeah, 6-7 years.
6-7 years.
Yeah.
But then in your mind, after you get that news, is it something that in your head you're like, okay, but I'll make sure, because it happened to my mom. Now, as much as I'm out here having fun on Nini, I know I have to take care of myself. Or like, what made you still go YOLO?
I feel during that time, I was able to just sit down and first pause. Is this the kind of life that I want to continue living? Then the best part of it was during COVID, so everyone was inside. So it gave me time to really reflect and see what do I really want for myself and with myself. It was like a period of 2 months. It also gave me time to fully accept my status. It also gave me time to gather the courage that I needed to disclose the status to my family, because my family is crazy.
Okay, so now how did your family take it when you gave them the news?
They were so chilled about it. I was like, why did it take me like almost 2 months? I feel it's approximately 2 months for me to open up to them. So I have a sister, 2 brothers, and my dad. Those were the people that I consider family.
Close to you.
Yeah, close to me. And my one friend. So the first person I told, of course, was my friend. Then my friend...
It's a guy or a girl?
A girl. I don't usually believe in those...
Relax. Even us, we can just be friends. What do you mean? You're telling me men can't be friends?
I don't believe in that nonsense. There's someone who will be hurt.
No, that's actually true. Always it happens. But, it's for a few special cases, no, but normal cases, come on. We all know. So go on. So you disclosed to your friend, and what was her reaction?
So my friend, the first one was my best friend. That was in Kisii. Immediately after I'd been told, no, you don't have to say anything. That time I used to live with her. We used to live together, and it was in a bedsitter in Kisii. So when I was at home, I got home, she was still outside. I was like, okay, this one room, where will I be hiding the ARVs? Because they're saying that I don't need to tell someone. So when I told her, it was the first time that I cried, actually. When I saw her, when she entered the house, then I saw her, I just started crying. Then I told her about the news and all that. And she was like, don't worry, we'll be okay. We don't have to tell anyone. You will be okay. I'll take care of you, nini. So she was so positive about it. Then after that time, I traveled to Nakuru because it was during lockdown. I could not come to Nairobi. Yeah. So I went to my brother's wife's home in Nakuru. So in Nakuru, the 2 months, I was able to really sit down and reflect, how do I want to go about this matter? How do I want to disclose this matter? So in Nakuru, I thought maybe I'll open up to my brother's wife. And I was like, no, I feel, because when I tell her, she'll obviously tell my brother. I feel this is a news that all my siblings and my dad, they need to hear it from me. not from any
Yeah,
other.
because it would feel bad. And yeah, like she couldn't even talk to me and I'm the brother.
Yeah. So after that time, the lockdown, I don't know what happened, but I came to Nairobi. So when I was in Nairobi, I was still taking my sweet time. I was like, I know it's time for me to open up about my HIV status, but I'm not ready. So one day when I was in the house just sleeping in Nairobi, a random person from Kisii called me and they were like, hi. I was like, hi. I knew this guy. This guy was, okay, I don't want to.
Yeah. You don't have to name here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I know about your HIV status. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, how do you know about it? The only people who know about my HIV status is the doctor, and one of my friend. And he was like, you need to meet me or I will go in social media and put your picture and say everything about it. And I was like, my friend, I don't know why you have called me. You will have done that.
So what's the purpose of calling in the first place here?
No, you need to meet me. Nini. But I was like, please, where? I don't know even where you've gotten this number. Then I hung up. And it is then that I said, I feel this is a go-ahead from God telling me to just open up about my HIV status. So I started with the least crazy to the most craziest. I started with my sister. I called my sister. I was like, I need to talk to you. When are you free? What? She was like, you talk to me right now. What? So I told her via the phone. And she was like, why didn't you tell me earlier? So you've been working alone all this time and you know you can always count on me and all that. Then after my sister, I went to my our eldest brother. I could not call him, so I just texted him. I know that was wrong. I would have just called him. I feel a call was much better than a text. Then after my big brother, I was like, now the younger brother. It was weird, but I just opened up to him. He didn't say anything. After I told him, he went to work because he was going to work. He went to work. In the evening, he came back with a lot of fruits, Nini. Then after him, I was like, no, it's time for me to open up to my dad. But now I was like, with my dad, I needed to show him that I'm okay. So each and every Sunday for almost 1 month, I used to ensure we used to see each other. We used to have like daddy-daughter dates. I used to go to his place. He used to live in Kitengela. Go to his place, we eat lunch, we spend time, nini. So 4 consecutive Sundays for him to see that I'm okay. Now after
before you.
Because, I feel it's like he has trauma when it's at, So I was like, I just need to take my time. So that Sunday went, cleaned up his house, all that. So while I was cooking lunch, I told him, I have to tell you something. So, oh my God, it broke my heart. I feel that was the worst. It was first starting to explain, how am I not a virgin? I will always be his baby. So I started by explaining, I had a boyfriend, all that's unnecessary.
So it's like, what's going on? Tell me, what's going on? He did.
Then I just told him, I'm HIV positive. And he was like, his first reaction was like, unachukwanga dawa? And then I was like, Then he was like, kama unachukwanga dawa, tuko sawa. Because, I had already shown him from the previous days that I'm okay.
You're okay, you're taking care of yourself. You're present, talking to him. Then after I shared with my family, I felt, now they're okay. It's when I was like, no, I want to live out loud. I just want to live positively positive. And that is how I disclosed my HIV status to my small world, social media world. So you started with like TikTok or Instagram?
No, Instagram, Then,
you posted a video?
Not a video. It was a post. It was on Mashujaa Day. 20th October 2020. Yeah, so I posted a picture of myself. Then I was explaining today I want to celebrate myself that in as much as I'm HIV positive, I didn't allow it to take away from me, but rather I feel there's a purpose that has been birthed for my HIV status, and yeah.
Okay, now, follow-up question would be like, now you post this on social media. How do other people like now react? Like just your friends, people who know you, or just, people in general?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which kind of a person I am. I don't know. It's because I've always been loved enough, hence people's validation or whatever people think is not usually. It's not usually in my mind. I'm usually like, as long as my family is okay, whatever you say, I'm good.
But what were there any comments like in the post? So what was the comment section like?
Good. I guess congrats. Good job. I don't know. It was received positively. I've never felt any negative vibe in relations to my HIV status, which is not the same for everyone. I have never experienced any form of stigma or discrimination.
I think because you're very just vocal about it. You're very vocal about it, and you just seem like, someone who's very composed, even when you're talking about it. It's because me, when I was watching the video, I was like, somebody doesn't even feel at like woishe, pity, nini.
I didn't want that.
Yeah, so yani already that's why I was even like, but yeah, I just need to talk to her because I think she's taking this so positively. And I think even just to be honest, I'm sure there's so many people just with a positive status, but they really can never disclose. And some don't even just knowing their status. I just make sure yearly, of course, when I sleep up, but I do go for yearly checks. I do all my blood work and everything. But just those ones so that, I just know that I'm healthy. If there's anything I need to fine tune in my body or anything, I just make sure I know my nutrition is good. But there's so many people probably right now with a positive status. They don't know, maybe they haven't disclosed, or they can never feel even comfortable just having a discussion about it.
Yeah.
And I think even probably you'll notice even, I don't know, do people ask you questions on your social media? Because I'm sure even people will be like, hata nikiuliza, maybe someone will think I'm positive. Say they wouldn't want to reach out to you to ask a question.
People ask questions.
People ask you?
Yeah. I feel I'm so chilled.
Yeah.
When you look at me, I look like someone who is a little standoffish and all that. But deep down,
just because of the height.
Cool
Heights are online. No, online I can't say but in person, guys, I think you're 6 foot, Cindy.
Yeah.
You're 6 foot.
I saw 184 centimeters. That is.
That's close. It has to be 6 foot. Because just by looking at you and hugging me heavy, I think you're definitely. I think you're definitely 6 feet. Were you playing volleyball, basketball in school?
No.
You didn't?
Nope.
Nope. What a waste of talent. Imagine. Even in school, you didn't have those teachers who are like, so you just play volleyball.
No. I was too focused on my books. But right now, if time would have been...
You would have, Nini.
Yeah.
Hey.
But I feel it's because in primary school, I was interested in football. Then my football teacher, it's like he told me you can't play it. So from then on, I was like, let me just focus on the books.
Oh, just go into books.
Yeah.
Okay, and then another thing is okay, let's go back to now just the main discussion. Of course, after now you disclose on social media and everything. And what just made you now feel you need to just be an advocate and just speak about it?
I feel my mom was the most fearless human being that I knew, but for some weird reason, she was unable to I don't know if my siblings knew. Maybe they knew, but for some weird reason, she was not able to tell. I didn't know about her HIV status until 6 years past her death. So I was like, it means there is so much shame and stigma attached to living with HIV. I want to show other people living with HIV, to be specific, that you don't have to attach the shame to it, because I've come to realize the first type of stigma that we experience as people living with HIV is self-stigma. But
it's you.
Yeah, it's you. You're the one who is stigmatizing yourself. People, everyone, the world, people are going through a lot. Nobody has time to think about your HIV status. So the earlier you tell yourself, I'm going to be okay, the easier for you.
The easiest going to be for you to go through that journey.
Yeah, so to me it was like, I just want to show other people that you can accept yourself. It doesn't matter what the world is saying. That was my main goal. I want for people to accept themselves, because once you accept themselves, then the universe will just work out for you. The people that matter will accept you.
And also now, like, and this is just coming from, like, you know, I don't mean it to sound like naive or anything, but how do you feel like just health-wise when you have HIV? Because, like, you know, I'm just trying to figure out, like, does anything change? Do you feel any different? Like, you know?
In all honesty, I don't.
Really? So after you take your medicine, you're just good?
Yeah, in all honesty, I don't. I don't even, there is no day that I've woken, other than the first few days when I used to have nightmares. When I'm sleeping, when I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, I hope this is a dream. It's not true. I'm not HIV. Yeah, I'm not HIV positive. So when you sleep, you're waking up in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my God, this is not, no. But nowadays, I just wake up, as in, I've never sat and thought, I'm HIV positive, by the way. No.
Just moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, like now, medication you have to take?
Daily. Yeah, a tablet.
1 tablet?
Yeah.
Any side effects?
Yeah, I've grown fatter.
Oh, you gain nini? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes you like add more nini?
Add some weight. I feel the only side effect that I've had is my weight, of which I'm not really extremely mad at it, other than I feel the kitambi imekuwa kubwa kiasi.
How much do you weigh right now?
70.
There is no way you weigh 70.
Yeah.
I weigh 70.
I weigh 70.
Impossible.
Yeah,
listen,
I had my clinic appointment.
Hold that thought. Relax first of all. Relax. This is just going to take a minute. Hold on 1 minute.
Nilikuwa na appointment last week. Nikaway.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Listen, I always have a scale here. So wait. First of all, before you even come out of the scale, let's see mine.
71.1.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
Let's see. There is no way. Hold on. Come off the scale, Kwanzaa, and then back. Hold on. Hey, if this thing has an error, hold on. Now it will tell us the truth. Okay, now mine is 76.4.
Okay.
So now, we need to change the batteries on that. Now step.
Should I step?
Yeah. How?
You want me to have 90?
Wait.
Yeah?
How are you? Okay, and then just stand so that you see the height difference. Now, guys, you can see the height difference.
Bones. Maybe your bones are heavier than mine.
Yeah. No, but biologically, like, male bones are slightly heavier than a woman's bone.
Now I know.
So that makes sense now. Okay. I'm like, what? Okay, interesting.
Wow.
So she wasn't lying, by the way. Let me push it slightly. There. Okay. So now my follow-up question would be like, just, of course, you said 1 tablet per day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
apart from weight, nothing else.
No, I've not experienced.
And then is it, and I'm asking this like just from like an outsider or just somebody who's also like maybe watching and they're curious just to know, like, do you buy medicine or is it given for free? Because I'm not sure, but I think some people buy, some are given for free. I'm not sure. How does it work?
Government hospital offer ARVs for free. I've never bought ARVs, but I've heard of stories of people buying ARVs. Yeah.
So you go get your supply monthly or
so when
quarterly?
I began,
Yeah.
I was given 2 weeks prescription. Also, I asked the reason because now I'm given 6 months prescription.
Okay.
So I asked what was the reason. They were like, some people just go when they found out for the 2 week subscription. It's just to see whether you'll follow through with it. So it's like a probation thing.
You finish, they know you finished, and then?
Yeah, you go. Then after I went, I was given a month. From my month, I moved to 3 months. From 3 months, now I'm at 6 months.
So they give you a pack, it's a whole like carton, or they give you those two small ones that you've been describing like for 6 months?
For 6 months, there's a bottle that holds 90 tablets. That's 3 months. So two is 6 months.
Yeah. 90. So 9 times 180. So 6, 30. Yes, 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. Quick math, eh? Math ngumu kidogo, but we're trying. And then, so just even maybe for maybe people who are like doubting themselves, like there are those people who like can just go get the test and then they are in kind of denial. Like what advice would you have for them, and just what difference it's made for you to like, it has made for you so far, like you immediately accepted it and immediately got into medication and you just like, because even your skin is so nini. Do you have like a skincare routine?
No.
Aye?
Nini, God's grace.
Hey, by the way, you have good skin, by the way.
Thank you. I feel it's my mom's genes, because even my siblings have good skins.
Yeah.
My
So
sister,
no
to be
makeup,
specific.
nothing. You just wake up, wash face.
But
You don't apply anything?
I feel it's because bado sijafika bei.
What do you mean?
Nikifika bei utakuwa unaniangalia uko kai. Huyu ndio shine. Ni venye saizi, because I want to get into makeup, but I just don't want to put anything in my face.
Yeah, because I think already if you have good skin, the worst part of things that happens to like some women is like they start putting makeup, and if it's not good product that they're using in their face, now you start getting like, eye bags, your skin discolors a bit, and then now you can't stay without makeup.
Yeah.
No. So that's not an advantage.
So I'm patient.
Hold it.
Bag.
And then now,
Quality.
Yeah, we have to go with quality by the way. And like work-wise, what do you do on a day-to-day just basis?
So I lost my job in October 31st. So
October this year?
Yeah.
What happened?
We woke up October 31st. Mdosi alikuwa ameandika email, starting tomorrow, there's no going to work because of funds and all that. So that is how I lost my job. But prior to that, I was a communication and leadership instructor who, after some time, I was promoted to be the principal of that college. It was in Kibera. Yeah.
That's good. So is there something that you're looking forward to, like right now you're trying to pursue? Because of course maybe that has ended, but is there something else that you're trying to pursue? Like, okay, this hasn't worked out, but I want to.
Yeah, I feel I'm mainly interested in communication for development. So I've been looking for opportunities that are leading me towards that way. Yeah. So
What does that entail exactly for people who don't know?
for communication for development, basically, how can I say it?
Yeah, because there's some people like, "Ay, Sasa, what's that, Sasa?" People
don't
always
even-
like hearing different careers nowadays, and then someone's like, "Okay, maybe that's something."
So in university, I majored in communication and media. So let's just say I'm circling around communication. So anything to do with communication. And also, I think I would make a nice personal assistant to maybe someone who is in the field of community work, community development, or whatever. Right now, I feel I'm very flexible because I'm a fast learner. I can easily adapt. So where there is purpose and there is good money, you'll get me there.
And I think also like, now another thing, and also like just understand my questions are just coming from like a place of nini. Like when you're working somewhere, is this something that you disclose, or it's not something that, because I don't know how people like go about it. Like, do you have to disclose like your status? Do you feel like it's important? No, that's...
I feel it's not important because if you're HIV negative, do you go telling your boss I'm HIV negative?
By the way, boss, I'm negative.
No.
So that's not something that you hear.
I'm like, if they find
I think
out,
it's coming from a place where like we're moving away from stigma to people who like, and to be honest, because I'm even now trying to think about it, I don't think I know any friend or person maybe who's positive and they talk about it.
Yeah.
So you kind of like get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So it's not something, okay, as much as it would be, like you said, even if you're negative, did you disclose?
Yeah.
But if somebody has like an STD or something, if somebody got burnt or something, those are the two discussions somebody like at times have, like, hey, Enyeme was burnt or nini, such things people talk. But, I'm just trying to understand like how people navigate, and also for other people who are listening and watching, just to learn how to deal with a stigma and just forget about it,
I've never disclosed to anyone. I'm usually like, if you find out, you find out, because I have social media. And
or if somebody finds out and they hired you and then they fire you after they find out that you're fire her. Fired.
One thing about me, I put my all when it comes to my work. So I usually want my work to speak for me. I don't want for you to hire me because I'm HIV positive, or for you, for my
companies can do that. They can hire and then say, by the way, we've even hired someone who's... Inclusivity, yeah. So anytime they're having like a forum or a Zoom call where maybe they're trying, how people can be. They're trying to get funds from overseas. They're like, by the way, we have Joshine here.
That's nonsense.
I swear. I mean, companies just do the most to survive by then. So they'll be like, so we need those funds, because what are we supposed to do? What's Joshine supposed to do if you guys don't send the funds?
Oh my goodness.
Listen, you have to be creative, man. Kenyans, eh?
I know.
So, but anyway, like, that's just for work. But how else do you think, like, maybe it's affected, not really negatively, but just shaped how you think and you're approaching life? Like, just how has that whole situation just made you change how you look at things, move around?
I feel nowadays, I'm like, to now might be my last moment. So I want to live my best life now. Not tomorrow, not the next moment. And with that, living by my best moment now means I have the strength and courage to go after my dreams. All those crazy things that people said maybe I could not, I cannot. Yeah. So it gave me somehow courage na kiburi kiasi ile I can do it. I'm okay. Yeah. So I feel that is how it has affected me positively. And I feel also the type of people, the quality of friendship, relationships that I have right now, ni quality. Like even...
It's more genuine.
Yeah, it's more genuine. Even the relationship that I have now with my family, it's better, as in people respect each other. You see the way siblings...
There's always those two wrangles in between each other.
Yeah, because now I've been able to just show everyone, siblings, parents, everyone, this is what I stand for, this is what I can't Yeah, I can't entertain. So I feel as though it enabled me to experience quality life.
Yeah. Did you lose any friends? Are there some people who said like, hey, because you're positive, me, I can't hang around you?
No, but that's because I've never had lots of friends.
Why? Let's start with that.
I don't know if I'm introverted or...
Even introverts have friends.
I don't know how... My friends...
Yeah, I'm an introvert, but I have like so many friends.
Good for you.
Yeah, so many. But I have at times to just run away from them. Imagine, I just have to hide out and just create. Because like even you notice like now, I'm always constantly shooting.
But how do you feel about... I know it's not about you.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about having your work inside your home? When do you get time to be yourself, as in to have your time?
So when you guys leave?
It's possible.
I'll switch on my video game. I'll go to the kitchen. I'll take like an evening jog. Because I know the thing is, like now for me, I had to be practical. And that's why, like, if you remember, you're saying, like you saw my apartment transformation.
Yeah.
If you remember from the first video, I was like, I want to create like a space that will be comfortable for me in all different ways. If you go to my kitchen, I have a set kitchen where you can like, I can shoot content but I'll still be comfortable. Like even if it's not shooting content, be happy to make like a camel. Bedroom, I have to make sure it's comfortable. If I'm going to sleep, and now the studio, like even if you see and you come in this studio, I'm sure even, I don't want to say it now. It's not boosting, but other radio stations, they don't have a setup like mine, like it's
so
comfortable.
Cool. So cool.
Exactly. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure I can be able to wake up and create if I want, because I work independently. I'm not working for anyone.
Yeah.
So it's like if I need also to cut costs, because if I was to have a studio somewhere, I'd be paying rent, right?
Oh yeah.
Permit maybe, MCSK or sijui akina who, like 3 permits or kind of. Goodwill probably. What else? Somebody to check in the office like in the morning, probably before I'm getting there. And listen, now if I was having guests, if I'm serving guests to snacks, kitchen, you know how much cost I cut by the way?
Okay.
Yeah, a lot. So if I'm just being practical, I've always wanted to have like a space where I can still use, and I don't feel like, at times people will be like, doesn't it feel like an invasion of privacy?
That is what I thought. I was like, I hope he's okay.
But
when I came in the house, it felt homely.
Yes.
But then when I went to the washroom, I was like, okay.
Yeah. Once you cross to a different side, you feel like a whole different thing. Like now if you go to the living room now, that's a living room.
Yeah.
If you cross to this side, now here you just feel like, okay, here it's work. So for me, I just had to be more practical. I wanted to be able to, if I wake up in the morning and feel like shooting, I can just come press record. The lighting is already there and actually just create content.
So you're happy?
I'm happy.
Okay, perfect.
I'm happy. I'm just content, and I can't complain because I remember previously I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I'm here like, okay, this setup is nice, but it's stressing me. I'm like, what? Let's shoot. Let's press record and shoot.
Yes.
So I mean, and I'm glad it's like, just like, it's a slightly bigger house because it's 2-bedroom. I can just convert one space to be like for work. But once I close this door, it's now like just a home. Nice. And you'd never find me like just having like 8 people in the house that I go, no. Like when I'm shooting, I'll have like maybe an assistant and probably the guest who's coming. And even most of the time, if an assistant is not there, it'll just be like probably me and you will shoot, record. Like if it's like biting snacks or something, but it'll feel completely like home. It won't feel like at a workplace.
Yes, I feel at home. I was scared to come and find a hole. I was just like, oh my God.
No.
Oh my, yeah, so
once you're in here, you feel like it's actually warm, welcoming.
It was.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, because I do have like, my list of questions, which can never be endless, but there's some that I wouldn't want to miss. Now, like even just now, your status, because you've talked about, like you've said, you're more of an introvert, so not such a big circle of friends.
I love being outside, but I also appreciate being in my space.
Yeah. And now, how do you deal with, like, first of all, are you in a relationship now?
No.
Scared. No. Why? What do you just dismiss like, no? What do you mean? What does that even mean? There are no prospects? Somehow, what are you trying to say?
I guess I've not found someone that we align with. The last time I was in a relationship was 1 year, 2 months ago.
1 year, 2 months ago.
1 year, June, July, August, September, October, November. 1 year, 5 months ago.
So like 2022, beginning there?
Until around...
or mid 2022?
Until around my birthday, June 20.
June.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you navigate relationship and also understand, like, I have to ask these questions because it's like, it's for educational purposes. People need to understand, like, okay, this is how you can take an approach. Like when you're in a relationship with someone, now, because this is not a job.
Yeah.
And of course, it gets to that point where like a guy is like, hey, madam, come on, bana.
Yeah.
Hey, 90 days is already over. Hey, 90-day rule yako. What's going on? Aishi. So, like, do you tell them, like, how easy is it for you to, like, date if you get to that space or if you like someone?
I feel my HIV status is among the first conversations we have during our first date. I usually want for it to be in the first date, but if it does not happen in the first date, I don't think the third date will get to the third date. So I must talk to you about it. So far, I will say I've disclosed my HIV status to actually, I've had only one relationship since I found out about my HIV status. Yeah. So it's not easy. You see, this talking to other people, it's easy and stuff.
But now to someone that...
Yeah, especially if somehow low-key you like them a little bit.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a little bit. You can just say, like, if you like them.
Yeah.
Why are you putting a stone around your heart up at like a little bit? Just say if you like the person.
How will you like them a lot and you've only seen them once or twice?
I mean, there are people I've just seen if you already like, and I'm always like, I like this person. And it's those sorts of, maybe I don't need to disclose it sana with excitement to scare them away. Because now someone will be like, hey, wait, we've just met. What's this all excitement about, Rona? So maybe containing myself. But there are some people that you like. And then maybe, like, let's say, maybe their personality is what might maybe change or make you like, this is not like... Maybe they're just too wild for you, not bad attitude. But if it's like the person, like the what you're thinking, like it's a good person, positive, nini, and
me, personality and humor is very important. So if you've not made me laugh in that first date, I don't think...
You're like, hey, this will not work.
Yeah. I don't even struggle with that. Yeah, so I feel... I have only had one relationship since I found out about my HIV status. Was
it difficult for you to have that?
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. It was because it was difficult. It was. And I feel that is the main reason maybe right now I'm not in a relationship. Not the main. It's among the reasons because I don't want to start again saying, hi, by the way, I'm HIV positive. Then in as much as I say I am okay with rejection and stuff, but I've never experienced it. I'm like, what if they say... You're
just getting used to...
Yeah, what if they say no, they don't want me because of my HIV status? Then I don't know.
Because I'm just thinking, of course, if it's someone you like, let's say even if you do 2-3 dates and maybe they're trying to be intimate with you. Because, of course, like, just guys how we are. I'll be like, hey, madam, come on.
It's life.
Hey, wait. I can't just keep waiting up. I can't just beat around the bush up. 90 days are over. You tell me what's up. Because at times, like, that's also like a connection that we have. But now, like, even... And I just want to know how, like, mentally you are in that space. Like, does now intimacy scare you, especially if you care for someone and... Let's say maybe it's someone who's negative, right? And of course now you'll have to use protection. Yeah, you'll have to use like protection. But does intimacy now scare you knowing that maybe your partner even maybe let's say they're comfortable for you because it's somebody you care about, you wouldn't want to?
I feel it's because I know about the importance of ARVs. So ARVs help one suppress the viral load. That means it's not easy for me to spread HIV to somebody else.
Or if
you've been consistent with your ARVs.
So wait, are you saying someone can nini raw?
But
That's too risky.
Yeah, it's too risky.
Even you're like, hey,
I will even feel weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Me, I don't think I'd enjoy it because I'm like, what is this nonsense we are doing? Yeah. But
so it will be like, okay, just explain it from your point. Because like for me, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. So if you've been consistent with your ARVs, somehow they suppress the viral load. Hence, it means you can't spread HIV to other people. It's not easy for you to spread HIV with to other people. Yeah. What was the question?
No, I was just talking about like now when it comes to intimacy now and you have a partner maybe, like how you'd go about it if it's a partner who's, because of course now you're not saying, because I'm just trying to think, just because you're HIV positive, you're not saying like, okay, my man's qualifications, I'm looking for someone who's positive as well.
Really.
No, it's you like who you like.
Yeah.
And so now after that, now it's, when it comes to like now that intimacy part, I was asking like, does it scare you to be intimate? Because even now they have asked you like about relationships, you're like, maybe it's because now I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have that conversation. And now like maybe rejection, or even if they say yes, now how are you going to go through like intimacy now? Like even just having sex now, it's not like, you have to take extra kind of precaution, even if the ARVs are suppressing the virus.
So I remember my ex, before we had that conversation, we had gone out. It was a fun night and stuff. So we went back to his place and stuff. So you see the way everyone is so ignorant, or how will I call it? It was like, okay, let's do it. And I was like, where's protection? In as much as I was drunk that time, I was like, protection? It was like, no, I'm the one who insisted on protection. So my HIV status has really taught me that out here we are living carelessly.
And that's good.
You are just eyeballing someone. You're just like, huyu ako sawa.
And this is after you've told them?
No, I had not told them. I had not yet disclosed to them.
Okay.
Yeah, to them.
So now you're like...
Yeah, no. As in as much as I was drunk, but in my mind I'm like, I don't think everyone was meant like me. You see, some people can kill themselves because of finding out about their HIV status. Then it's not fair. You have to constantly worry about your ARVs. You can't live your life the way you want it. Not today you've decided, okay, let's go to Nakuru. I must go back home, take my ARVs so that we can't just go. You get. So he was like, let's just do it. I'm like, what do you mean let's just do it? Yeah, so it's after then, and I insisted on protection, what. Then after that day, the second day we saw each other is when I was like, I need to tell you something. I'm HIV positive. And he was like, oh, that is what you are worried about the whole day. You're telling
like,
me.
He's like,
and I was like, okay, let's just say I've seen God's grace with this HIV status here.
But that's a good... Okay, and I think also now, even with you saying that, because have you had like situations of where like, and we always see this like kind of times in blogs and nini, at like after someone gets like to know their HIV status, now they just go all out. Now they're just smashing people around. And this is both girls and nini, both men and women, like they just go spreading because of the anger maybe, or like the trauma that they've received. Now that's an excuse to spread it to more people. It's like, see me peke yangu, wacha see what, and now we have it.
I don't know if I'm weird, but I usually feel as though sex is such... Not just everyone. I can have sex with just anyone. I must like you. You've said nothing like a little bit, but
Yeah.
I must like you somehow. So if I like you, I wouldn't want to do something that will hurt you. You get? And there's also the danger of, what if, yes, I have HIV, the first stage. I'm going in the name of revenge to sleep with someone who has the third stage. You see, when they mix, I'll end up getting a worse strain of HIV. So that is a danger to me.
Okay, now a very important question, because now I think even for you, like how you're describing everything, it's like you've really gone out of your, because I'm just guessing if you're just positive, all you have to do is just like take your medication and go on about your business. But how you're talking, it's like you've really educated like yourself in so many different things. Like even now, the way you're saying like the first stage, second stage, what's the difference? First, second, third? I don't know. Uh-huh.
Sasa hiyo swali.
Is it hard to describe it? Like just in layman's terms, how can you describe it?
I don't know how I can describe it, but there is, you see, when you can have, yes, HIV, then when you don't take your ARVs, it means you will proceed to the next stage, which will eventually lead you to getting to AIDS.
Okay, now here's the thing.
Right now, yes, I'm
listen.
HIV, but I don't have AIDS. AIDS is the last stage of
Now see,
HIV.
now me, I'm just misinformed.
Assuming.
I don't even know, like not assuming, I'm just like, I don't even know what that means. So that's now for you to tell me, because now I'm thinking like, hey, and this sounds so silly by the way.
No, it doesn't.
Because now, okay, but we're informing like now even like the audience so that they know the difference.
Yeah.
HIV, assuming it's the first stage, is kind of like where you can take your medicine and you're good and everything. You're taking care of yourself from the initial stage.
Yeah.
And then AIDS is like the final stage where
it's like you can't, when you have AIDS, it's like you can't come back to health.
Also, even if you try eat right, Nini, it won't.
Yeah, because that means the opportunistic infections have really attacked your body layer. Sasa them, they are the ones who are, I don't know how I can say, I don't know.
Okay, no, I kind of get what you're saying, but now this is where like now maybe you'll see somebody weak.
Yeah.
Maybe they've changed how they look and all those things.
So that means they have not been consistent with their ARVs. Or maybe they found out about their HIV status when it was too late. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how long is too long before it gets to that, if you know?
I don't really know, but maybe next time, if there will be a next time.
Oh, we'll still do a next time. We'll do a next time. Because I'm just trying to understand, like, even, and that's why, like, because in normal cases, do you think, like, let's say the young generation of people, like now kids are more active even from between 16 to like campus, you finish at probably 23, 24. There. No. So to say, right around roughly there, I think, for most courses, right?
Okay, 22, 23.
Yeah, 22, 23, maybe roughly. Yeah. So between 16 to 23-year-olds, do you think these are people who are constantly going to check their status right now?
Not really. I feel even most people right now, for the women, the girls, they're more concerned about getting pregnant. They don't know there are these other things.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And what kind of advice would you have for girls who, because, you know, and I'm always like talking about this, like even on my podcast, I'm like, I think, I don't know who's supposed to advise young girls, because I can see and understand why older women never like even talk when they see girls acting wild and nini. Because if you try and talk to a young girl who's like 16, 17, let's say between 19, 20, 22, they'll be like, that's why, what are you trying to tell us? You know, you can't really advise them on anything.
I'm just like, you can't tell them to stop having sex, because that is something that they have already made up their mind on. But you can tell them to at least practice safe sex.
And, you know, it's, but do you preach that like on your platform?
Yeah. Each and every time, most of the times, I'm usually like, use protection. Condoms are free in public institutions, most of them. So you don't have it's not a must for you to use sijui, what condom brands are there? Whatever.
Durex.
Durex.
And you'll get to that counter, you're like, am I buying unga? Am I buying protection? Like,
is it that hard?
It's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, apana.
Is it that hard to buy protection?
No, not I'm saying that. I'm saying because of the price.
Yeah,
because of the price. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going to buy Durex and you're buying a good box, like let's say a 12-pack, I'm just saying ideally, how would it be if I'm buying a 12-pack?
It's okay.
I'd rather, because at least I'm talking about like, if I'm buying like a 12-pack, I know it's like 1,200 there.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah. So you see, but I'm guessing like, you can still go with trust, and then you don't have to go at the high end. Some of us are just obsessed with brand names up. It's like the BMW of condoms. Imagine.
BMW is a good car.
It is, eh?
Yeah. One day.
I mean, let's keep praying for that. But everything is possible.
You have a BMW.
No, listen. Look at you. How do you know I have a BMW? Because of what?
I've told you I've always been invested.
No, but it is a nice car.
It is.
It is a nice car. And we hope that you get, listen, the more, I think, even for like just what you're doing and being vocal about it, you don't know how many more doors that you're going to open with what you're doing.
Yes.
So don't take your platform for granted. Like, I think just how you're vocal, positive, and I mean the other positive. Okay, by there.
No, you started jokes.
No, you see.
You didn't have to explain. I knew what you meant.
But okay, I'm just saying for the audience, maybe, because people like cracking jokes by the way. But I'm just saying, for someone like you, with just that mindset, I think so many opportunities can come your way just because even how you carry yourself, I really respect it.
Thank you.
Just being able to smile, and because like there are people who like even small things, and I'm always trying to explain to people. Like at times I have a lot of people come here or like on the platform or podcast or some that I know, and they're always talking like about depression, about like, and I'm not saying like, mental health is not there. It's there, but, there are people who can be so stressed in life with other things, but they don't let those things hold them back.
Yeah.
They're still waking up in the morning, facing life, easy. But then you hear somebody is just depressed about something, and then you're like,
why?
I'm those ones of like, okay, I can't relate, but I really hope you get to a point where you can understand how other people would want to like even maybe swap lives, because there's somebody now, like let's say, who's on the last stage of cancer in hospital, and then they're looking at just you and they're like, and if I could just have like your body just for one day, I'm a 1 week, I do all the things that I've always wanted to do. But you're there, you have all those things, and then you're still like, you're not looking forward to tomorrow or all those other things.
That's why it's important for you to look at what are the things that you're consuming, who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Because you can't tell me you'll be positive if they, as in positive, the other person.
Now you see, you're the one who's making jokes now. Now you're the one who's making jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't say that you'll have a positive mindset if the people that you're surrounding yourself with have negative mindset. It's upon you.
I think that's the most important thing, man. And most people don't understand like how maybe you'd find yourself like being toxic, negative thoughts, or people just not being happy for you. At times it starts with the people around you. If people around you are chaotic and just full of sadness, they're not looking even up to tomorrow, not looking forward to anything, you can't.
I don't mind cutting off even toxic family members.
You have to.
I don't mind because, life is short. True. Oh my God, no. I can't spend the rest of my life worrying about nonsense, you get?
And even just with that, another thing that I would ask is like, how you processed everything just mental-wise. Did you ever need or seek therapy at any point?
There was a time that I went for therapy but that is after I had shared with my family. So the things that really came in handy for me once I found out about my HIV status, there was lockdown, you see. So that lockdown allowed me to do nothing, you get? So the only thing that I used to do was to wake up. The things that really came in handy, I used to spend a lot of time with nature or in nature. So one thing about me, I love nature. I love
Walking,
nature walks.
just saying,
Yeah, because I don't enjoy exercise. But when it comes to nature walks, I feel every day it's a must. It's like, it's something that I must do every day because I understand the importance of nature walks. Because during this nature walk, it's when I get to quiet my mind. Then I took up journaling. From an early age, I've always loved to write. So I became extremely active with just writing.
So what do you put down on journaling?
Anything, whatever I feel, if I'm excited, if I'm sad, if there's an idea, anything. I feel I'm able to express myself better using writing. So I began writing. I also developed a relationship with God. So to just understand where where am I?
Are you born again?
I'm born.
Am I somewhere in there?
I'm not in between. I know I love God.
Listen, I'm not saying it.
Not
no,
in
if you're
between.
not. So are you like saved?
What do you mean, am I saved?
I know. You see that's what I'm saying.
No.
You know what I mean when I say saved.
I don't know.
Born again. Are you a born again Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Even me, I'm a Christian. What do you mean? But you know how, because I'm not a consistent church person. But you know what it means to be born again.
I don't go to church, but I talk to God
then you're
daily.
not born again.
Maybe I'm born again.
No, you can. No, listen.
Imagine when we go to heaven, then I'm in heaven, you're in hell for doubting my you're in hell for doubting whether I'm born again or not.
No, but
that is your only sin.
But even with that, what's your mindset on any? Just what's your thought on just now? Would I call it spirituality?
I have a relationship with God. Let's leave it at that.
So why not go to church?
I don't know.
Is it too far?
No, kwanza me from my window I can see church.
So you just look at church people, you're like,
No.
No, but even for me, I'd say Christianity. Yes, I'm a Christian, but now even the number of churches now, and even how other people who go to church consistently who are born again and how they conduct themselves, it's now this is too misleading for me. I'd rather just do my own prayer by the day and focus on what I believe in, because some things won't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me a pastor has gotten someone pregnant in church and there's a congregation there, or the way we normally see, we have our controversial pastors who are always slapping people in church, insulting them, asking for excessive tithe. I'm I can't digest that by the way, because
we need to buy for our pastor a car.
Yeah.
That time, oh my God.
Imagine. Yeah, that time you're thinking of your BMW, and then this guy up hivi brand new Prado, 20 M. Back I'm and you guys maybe at that, because I can only imagine. And unfortunately, for church at times you get people who are probably at their lowest. They're just trying to look for hope, and I feel they're still getting taken advantage of at their lowest, because you can only imagine you're not a high earner. And then this guy is telling you we need 60% of your salary. Kama CEO, toka nje. I'm a pastor is telling people, get out, because you don't. So, I don't know. If I need to donate money, a tithe or something, I can just take a contribution from what I've made, and I can send it to, there's some children's homes where I know I can send money to. Or if I need to go and do something, I can just go and do something with the street boys.
The way I look at tithing is, if I've earned something, the way you took care of me, I know 10% of it went to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
pastor?
My dad also needs something.
Yes,
He's
but
not
if
able.
you give your dad 20%, pastor you give 20%.
No,
And then government, serikali bado is waiting for you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
So now another thing, maybe, because as we wrap it up, I've seen we've already hit 1 hour, 20
Oh my
minutes.
God, that was fun.
Yeah, and I think we'll still do like another episode because I want this to, I won't say when this will air.
It's okay.
So that we can just pick a nice day. But I'm sure like a lot of people like also just learning from like this discussion. It's not discussions that people would just have openly, because honestly speaking, I don't think I've seen anyone like across on my TikTok who's just openly having that discussion. It's like, no, I haven't. The ones who I've seen is just like, the extreme people, someone who's popping the pills and they're drinking, the people that are online just doing like crazy ninis. So I'm like, this person, I can't even ask them for like, how am I supposed to talk to someone who I can see already? Probably they are troubled because of that. They're going through something, trauma. They haven't really processed everything that's happening to them. So they're just still trying to figure it out. But you just being in that space, the way you were just talking in your videos, I was like, I really do hope like, even if it's just creating more content about that, I think you can really do a lot for people.
Thank you.
I think you can do a lot for people. Young girls, definitely you need to, I'm not saying that they have to be told what to do, but you can really guide them as well so that they can, if someone is positive, how they can go about it. If someone is negative, how they can take better care of themselves, because I think they can only listen from someone who's still young and has gone through it, and they can just kind of like relate to, because you're a girl, she's a girl. Yeah, like, but a guy, how am I supposed to tell girls? Like, by the young girls, please, I can stop having sex. Then, a waste of time. Be like, Sasa,
No,
stop wasting our time.
There are some girls who might listen. You never know.
No, some might.
Yeah.
But I think like now the climate is so difficult to just have that conversation with people. People don't take anything seriously anymore.
Yeah.
At all. Maybe until it's just to the point where it's a point of no return, and now they have to deal. Like even the way you've said, even just going for tests. How often would you advise somebody to just get tested? If somebody's out there living a YOLO lifestyle, because campus and uni, people are going crazy.
Yeah.
How often should people like just?
I feel 3 months is good.
Every 3 months.
Yeah, it's good, but you can say maybe twice a year, 6 months, ama hiyo once a year, but mwaka isiishe kaujaenda.
Yeah, it would be just because at least we're also saying about like just in case, in the event that you find yourself positive, you can actually now start immediately like just taking care of yourself, the medication.
Because there are some people who will find out about their HIV status after 3 weeks. The HIV virus has gone into their body. In rare cases, some will find out they're HIV positive 3 months after the virus has entered in their bloodstream.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just depending on how someone's body is.
Yeah, and maybe the strain, I don't know.
And then now another thing is like now, what else did I want to ask? About something like PEP. That's post-exposure. That's the other people. It's the other people. They're supposed to be filling in where I've gotten in. Finish that for me.
Finish.
Post-exposure, forgotten.
Maybe we can look at
I'll check it up. Yeah. I'll just look it up. And then, but also for something like that, do you have like any research you've done on that? Like just personal research that, for people who've like, been exposed to like someone who has a virus and they can actually just take it for Nini?
There's one person who reached out on Instagram and she said that their partner was HIV positive, but they are HIV negative. Then during they did the protection burst. So it was Nini, she was asking whether she can get PEP, where she could get PEP. By the time I was responding, she had already panicked and went to a chemist and she bought PEP for, was it 20K?
20K?
Yeah, was it 20K? I was so shocked because that had happened prior to, there's a while back when I was with my partner, the protection burst. And so I was the one who was in panic mode.
Yeah.
So, and he was not ready to go to the hospital to say that I've been exposed and stuff. So I was the one who
to go and explain.
So that was even my go ahead for me to say, this, I don't think we are in the same page because he's not comfortable. And it's okay. It's allowed, as in, who am I to judge? But it's then that I was like, maybe we should break up. But that was not the reason.
Among other reasons, though.
So I had to go to the hospital, the clinic where I go for my clinic, and explained to them. So it's usually free. If he's the one who would have gone, he would have been given for free.
Yeah.
But since I was the one who was going and it was something backdoor, I had to tip now.
So that, which makes sense.
It does. Somehow it does.
But also, like, now you see, like, now you can only imagine, because this is a partner who's actually looking out for you.
Yeah.
Because even as much as, like, okay, maybe you're afraid of, like, going to that counter and saying, like, hey, by the way, guys,
but my feelings were hurt. But I was like, why don't you, Basi, we go together?
Yeah.
No, you just go.
Okay, now me,
I
remember.
Are you ashamed of me?
There's a time, actually, like, even for me, like, protection, like, past. And then I also, like, the partner at the time was like, hey, are you good? Is your status good? And everything. Because, like, at times, even just in case you're paranoid, if you don't know someone very well, and you ask them that question, they can get offended, right?
Yeah.
They're like, what do you take me for? You're taking me for a hoe. That's why you're asking me. I'm like, no. I'm just trying to understand so that I know, like, exactly, like, okay, what's up? Like,
your ego was bruised.
Imagine. So I'm like, hey, listen, can we just figure out which I'm trying to communicate so that I understand? So at the time, they got upset because I asked them. And then I was like, you know what? Like, what's the point? So I just went and confirmed with Nini. I went to a hospital. And I was like, okay, now I just need to go through the process of, like, just getting tested, because either way I haven't tested by then in a while.
Yeah.
So just so that my mind can settle.
Yeah.
Baka they're like, but kwani it will show right now immediately just because you. Baka I'm like, no, but I just want to test so that at least I can know my status anyway,
and
so that even
I
can be at ease.
Yeah.
And even, like, maybe come back for a follow-up after, like, a few months or, like, a year. And then I was like, okay, so I took the blood. And then, no, Kwanzaa, the worst part, what happened? No, here's the worst part. So, here's a story. Don't laugh at me by then. So, they're like, okay, so now you need to go to the lab. So already I'm upset and everything. I go to the lab. And then the lab guy is like, I think umechelewa kidogo. You have to come tomorrow.
Oh my God. More panic.
I'm like, the only reason was, like, for me to come back home in peace so that I can sleep. So now you mean to tell me I have to go and sleep thinking about the lab test, the whole nini. And then I'm like, okay, so if I come back, how soon will I get the results? They're like, even the same day. So I come, sleep, and nini. I didn't eat well, of course, because my mind is still...
Did you manage to sleep?
Of course, 50-50. I was just waiting for morning by the morning. Go to 7. I was just like there, pap.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so take the tests. They drew the blood and nini. So I'm home. I'm like, okay, we'll send you a text so that you can come in. So they send me a text to, like, they told me you can pass by to pick your results because it's, like, in an envelope and stuff. So I go to the horsey and then they're like, listen, so do you want one of the nurses is like, so do you just want the results so that you go with them? Ama, would we just give you the results? So I'm like, so now I'm thinking, no. They say, do you just want the results?
My heart is beating.
Imagine, or do you want to see the results with the doctor? So I'm like, no, just give me the results. I go. And then the other nurse is like, this one, he can't be given until he sees the doctor. I'm like, I'm like, what the hell are you guys putting me through, by the way? And then the envelope is there and it's closed. So the nurse is like, okay, so you come, just follow me. So I'm like, so in my head, I'm just like, so I go there, I find the doctor, and then she's just smiling. She's like, yo, relax, John. She's just like, relax. Because she was like a young doctor, like pretty. So she was just putting me at ease kidogo. Because me in my head, she can see my eyes are just stressed. She's like, okay, relax, first of all. And then she's like, we're going to go through the results together. So don't worry. Yeah, she opens the envelope.
What was going through your mind during
I'm just
that
like,
time?
so me, I'm just like, by the yeah, and then, no, even at that time, I was telling now the doctor, like, by the way, if I get through this, I'm not having sex again, by the way. Paka, she's like, what do you mean you're not having sex again? I'm like, relax. Paka, she's like, you can just have sex. Just use protection. Don't say you'll never have sex again. Eh? And then so she opens and then she goes through it. She's like, I have good news for you. She's like, the results are negative, so you're good. Don't worry, nini. And then she was just taking me through. Mpaka I'm just like, at the time at my seat, I'm just like, She's like, don't worry. These things happen. And then I was like, and now I'm trying to tell her, and even for me, I think it was because of the alcohol. Good vibes, alcohol, and nini, and then you forget. Yeah. And I really, you always have protection there, but it just your mind is not even thinking. Yeah. So she's like, you know what, don't, just take that precaution. Have your fun, but just take precaution. Yeah. Because, at times as humans, we just live the spur of the moment. Yeah. So she's like, don't worry. I mean, this has already something, but just understand that, you can't always be lucky all the time. You can't just keep trying to trick life. Just take the extra precaution and you'll just, it's not something that will stress you the same way it's stressing you. And, so now I came back home. I was happy. After a few months, I just did a follow-up. And then she was like, good, don't worry. I told you. And then I was just like, But, now I'm just even trying to think and that's why even just talking to you about this and you saying when you went and did your tests, you see, that's why I'm saying this is something that it can happen to anyone. Yeah. I took my test. Fortunately, mine was negative. You did yours and yours came out positive. Yeah. And you can only imagine how someone is supposed to process that immediately and actually keep in mind okay, now I still have more years to live for. I still have to educate myself more on how to take care of myself, my siblings, close friends, relatives. If you're in a relationship with someone now, you also have to go and, kind of, unlike some people.
Oh, my God.
So now for me, and even for me after that time, I say, I won't talk to that person again because I was like, now that's just being childish. Because the best thing you can do as an adult is be able to have that conversation with someone. It's and now if we both know we are good, but still, I'd rather just use protection. Kwanza that one was a dangerous one.
Kwanza nowadays.
Yeah, you can't just because if you're not married.
Outside is filthy.
Exactly.
It's just good to
just protect.
Don't trust people with your health. When it comes to your health, don't.
And don't compromise because you're the one who will have to deal with everything that comes with it.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a relationship?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone with your partner to have a HIV test?
Unfortunately not.
Why?
And that's why, no, and even me, I'll explain to you something. Mm-hmm. That's why right now, I've been single for a while, probably more than 5 years. Yeah.
And you're the one who was...
No, but let me tell you why. No, because for me, I was really... There's a time, for the 5 years, I can say, it's because I've been really focused on work. Mm. And even now, in between, let's say you start dating someone. Of course, if it's for a month or two, me, I'm still using protection by the
Yeah.
because it will have to get to a point where you're like comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Those ones of like, now it's just
Yeah.
because nowadays I don't think I can trust anyone.
Yeah. Me too. I'm so scared about the stories that I hear out here.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm even afraid for our kids and
Yeah.
my nephew and nieces. I'm just like, is this the kind of world that they're coming to?
It's unfortunate
Yeah,
there. Sorry.
I don't know.
So let me follow up on that. So the only unfortunate part is like, that's why I'm saying why it's easy being single right now. It's because if I'm a single person and let's say I have a fling with a girl, if I'm sleeping with them, there is no way you're questioning me why I'm using protection.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, you asking me why I'm using
by the
protection.
way, who are you?
Yeah. But now, if people in a relationship, can you ask your partner to put on protection?
It depends.
If they've already smashed raw.
Okay. It's not easy because I've had that discussion with a friend of mine. I used to have a problem with her. Each and every time she used to take me with her to go to, what is this called? The ones that girls are scared of. Pregnancy test.
Yeah.
To each and every time, I'm like, my friend, I'm HIV positive. Yani, this is not a lesson enough.
Yeah.
Your worry is just pregnancy.
So she's not even thinking about
Yeah.
like it could be.
So she told me of an incident where she had a relationship, a fling with this guy.
Or a situationship.
Yeah, a situationship with this guy. The first time they smashed, it was raw. The second time she suggested protection,
Goodness.
that guy took the protection and threw it away. I was
Yeah.
like, how do you even get back from that?
Yep.
It's not practical, I guess.
No, it's no. Listen, and you know how crazy it is now. I have even a friend now now this is the most stupid story by the way I've ever had. He was like, so he is with a chick, right?
Yeah.
And then this is an overnight thing. They've met, nini. And then he was telling us this story. And then Paka, I'm like, are you even listening to yourself? Because it's like, so I come with her, and then we start making out, and nini, and then they smash. So they've smashed raw. After they smashed raw, they chill a bit and nini. And then it's like, hey, I still feel like smashing. Of course, it's been like, they talk, nini, they want to smash again. And then it's like, hey, I'm feeling guilty. So let me put on protection.
Why was he feeling guilty?
No, it's because he smashed without a rubber. So I'm like, okay, sir. So, it's the most stupid thing, by the way. So now, round 2, I smashed with a rubber, right? So in his head, he's like, okay, at least me to just in case. Next day in the morning, I smashed raw.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's like, it's one of those long weekends, like you've been with her on Friday, Saturday. And then, in the morning, smashed raw. And then towards the afternoon, he starts feeling guilty again because he's about to drop her. And then guess what? And then now he smashes her with protection.
This guy.
I come like, by the way, you need to grow up, by the way.
He does.
It's like, you need to grow up. First of all, that's a waste of protection. Even you telling us this story the most stupid story by the way.
He didn't think.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's just funny how people operate.
It's not funny.
No, it's just those ones of like, no, what are you doing with yourself? What do you even want with life by the decide. You can't even decide if you want to use protection or not. But now I think the worst situations are always, and this is very common, and we hear about it, like the spread of like just, it can be like an STD or any sexual transmitted disease. Most commonly comes between married people. Because most married people, they're already used to like, my partner is not supposed to question me why I'm using protection. Because I can't come, if we're married, I can't come and tell you like, hey, listen, I think I can't explain to you like maybe I've slept with someone outside and I think like we should use protection now until I get tested and my test's clear. You've already broken up like the marriage. The whole house is in shambles now. So as a partner, you'll have to smash raw, first of all, because she might say like, hey, we always smash every this day of the week, now you don't want to smash, now you have to smash. Already you spread it that way.
Yeah.
The person who's, and it's unfortunate because now for couples, they can't just have that conversation. And I think for me, it's like, if we can't be transparent with such a conversation, hey.
Communication is important. That is
key.
one thing I really pray with my next partner. Communication.
Yeah.
It's really important to me. Tell me if you feel as though you want to go and maybe mess around with other people. Communicate that. I'm open to you communicating rather than me finding out.
Okay, hi. So they communicate and then you give them approval, or
no.
So then now you see, now are they coming to communicate?
That is a go ahead. It means I can also
No.
Yeah.
But let me explain. But you see now why we're talking about like now adulting. We think about it this way. Because if I come and tell you like, okay, I want us, maybe I feel like I want to, not that I'm tired of you, I just need to spice it up kidogo and then just, for like just.
I feel I'm flexible. But when it comes to that, I'm flexible.
You won't, break up the relationship?
I will respect them, but that does not mean I would be okay
you won't
with
stay,
them.
You won't stay. Because after now you know that I actually went and did it. I'll be like, wacha ikai. But so now you see, and now if we're talking about in realistic terms how difficult it can be for couples, because now rather than somebody coming to explain that to you, somebody would rather just cheat. And if you're not caught, yeah. But I'm just saying, because if it's going to hurt your feelings and you break up the relationship.
My man will be obsessed with me.
Let's
just say that.
No, but I understand. But you have to understand, Pia, like and think about it being realistic.
Yeah.
People can love each other for sure. But at times, just shit can happen. Shit can happen. Even if you don't want to forgive him, but let's say, and have you thought about having kids at some point?
I want one.
One?
One.
A kid will be lonely in the house. What do you mean?
One and twins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But I think 2 kids, it's in at least, because you don't want the kid now to just not have a sibling. So will they playing with who?
Me and the dad.
And when you guys are doing like waka manini.
Okay.
At least 2 is fair enough for the kids'
two
sake.
Is fair.
For the kids' sake, you won't even pay the kid to be able to.
2 is fair,
I think it's easy.
2 is fair, but I don't mind 1.
1 is being selfish.
Okay.
1 is being selfish. Give the kid a partner to play with, communicate with.
Sasa si ndio watalan ku make friends with the neighbors.
With this society where we are heading, you don't even want your kids to zurura like in other people's houses. True or false?
True.
Yeah, you see, I'll just be stuck there, mommy job. And then I'll start calling, like maybe the house help, mommy.
Maybe they would have cousins.
Okay, no, that's fair enough, Pia. But anybody's entitled to choose like how they want to nini. But
I want 1. But
may be okay with 5 or 6 there.
Nice.
But like how girls would say or women would say like, hey, that's too much for me. So if 3, you can only handle 3, we have to bring in another party to handle the other 3. So that usichoke sana. At least let's bring somebody in to help you. There you're laughing. But the most important thing is like communication.
Yeah.
We'll communicate about this prior so that you know. If you can handle 6 hours.
You unaweza pata msiata, maybe they want 2, then you want 6, then you communicate, you end up with 8. You see? Yeah. So,
that's actually true.
Yeah, so it's all about communication.
Oh, wait, you're saying with 2 from another person already?
No.
Oh, all minds.
Yeah.
Oh, sawa. Yeah, that's okay. So, but anyway, have you seen how long we've done? We've gone to 1 hour, 43 minutes. So now we have to wind it up for sure by day. But now another thing would be like, just what advice do you have like just for young girls and even just young people in general, what they can learn probably from like, let's say your story. And, just what should they learn from your story?
Okay. Maybe I could advise each and every person out there. HIV does not discriminate. It's not mainly for maybe homosexuals, or HIV attacks everyone. So whatever you do, however you move, just know that protection is very important. Don't trust people with your health, because you cannot eyeball someone just looking at someone and saying that you are HIV positive, you are HIV negative. Because even if you look at me, there are many people who out there, I'm so sure, don't know I'm HIV positive.
Somebody can't tell. You're so like, you're good.
Ni Mungu,
Ni
grace,
God.
Ni God. Yeah, so stay safe out there. It's not safe, so stay safe. Try as much as possible to always protect yourself. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming to the platform.
Thank you for having me.
Just keeping an open mind and just, just being able to talk about like just your journey. And because, like we're talking about like stigma and how people can be. Not so many people can just be on a platform and just talk and answer the questions that you're nini. It has to be like formalized. Hey, please don't ask her this. Don't nini. But if the message can be good enough to help people who are out there, because now you can only imagine like even there are some kids who like get infected at a young age, kids or people who maybe it's through rape. I know kids, like there's a children's home in Machakos where like, kids come in because they were raped by like parents, imagine. Or maybe a cousin or something, and they're positive at a very young age. So they're confused. They don't even know like what happened to them, what it means, why are other kids not taking pills when I'm taking pills. It's a bit hard for them to adjust. And in fact, even for kids, they can be isolated by other kids, But as an adult, it's easier to process because you're more grown. You can say like, okay, I'm doing this will make me better. But you can only imagine people who are not in control of so many other different things.
Yeah, and being HIV positive is not the end of the world. You can still enjoy your life, live your best life, and go after your dreams.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you're leading that by example.
Thank you.
Thank you. So till next time, I'm hoping to bring you back probably in 4 or 5 months, probably, right?
I'm ready when you're ready.
Hey,
you just say the word.
Let's do it. So tell people where they can find you, and then if there's anything else that you have going on your platforms, something that you're doing online, just plug it in, and then we can just close it up.
So you can find me in all my social media as Joshine Osur. There is always something for each and every person. So just come, you'll get empowered, inspired, and low-key, I'm also funny, so you'll also laugh.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so anything to do with me, come in my social media platform. And thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed, and you're doing such an incredible work. Keep it up.
Thank you. I really respect that. Yeah. And also, like, my advice would be, like, if you ever think about, like, just something like, do you have a YouTube?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you post frequently?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but it's been growing at...
Have you said the YouTube?
Joshine Osur.
Okay, sir. So guys, make sure you follow the YouTube, and also podcasting. Trust me, it's something that you should consider. Even if it's not now, maybe because of gear and everything.
It's in my vision board.
Do it. I think you can be able to just reach out to so many other different people, because I think even for young people, something that they can just listen to when they're doing something else connects to them even more. And whether it's school, doing like chores in the house and everything, I think it's good for them to be able to have a voice that connects with them. So make sure that vision board, we bring it to life, Cindy.
Yeah, we will. We will.
So guys, till next time.
Bye.
The Kisscapades podcast is your gateway to holistic growth and personal transformation. Together we'll unlock the secrets to living a life of health, wealth, love, and happiness. So make sure to tune in every week and join us as we explore the essence of what it means to truly thrive. And lastly, show us some love and support in our social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, basically all the social media platforms that support podcasting will definitely be there. Even with the short clips and reels, you can find us there. And lastly, don't be shy with feedback, suggestions, or any questions that you might have in regards to the episodes or our podcast. It's the Kisscapades podcast. Goodbye.